EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
All day, baby, all day.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Brady. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. Tuesday going over.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Robinson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortune.
And that is caught, and he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Wiggles free. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006, and usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The strong running. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. 111 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Way to do it, baby. Way to come up. Way to come up. Go.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and score. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go.
Here we go. Mike 4-2.
Brady now on first down. He's going to let it go again. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was a and they're just going to run it here up the middle. Fights off the defender. Robinson a first down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs.
You want the third? Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over, he took a pretty good sprint, didn't he?
Brady now on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady looking for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 29 yards. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their a guy who...
Here we go, sack. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Hey, check back 11, check back 11.
Go.
On first down, Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 234 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We got this.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can...
On the sack. 2, Mike 42. Come on. You better break it. 42's my goal.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Check. 42's the mic.
Again, it's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threat.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
There we go.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, check.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Bawden, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running out of the gun with ETN. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, wow. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, they continue to keep pace for that 1st round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get a